myself and Phil Keeble published a book a couple of weeks ago, and it's just gone on release. And we went up to Newark today to actually be next to the Phantom that is on the cover of the book, and have a quick chat, which was great fun.
Yeah.
But Phil and I have been trying to get together to sign the books for the first launch customers, and we managed to get together today. And I think it's the first time I've seen Phil since, well, it must have been since our days on the OCU.
No way.
Yeah, because
you're in regular contact on social media.
Oh yeah. And email and telephone and all the rest of it. But Phil, after he left the Air Force, became a vicar. And he went off to Anglesey.
I was surprised about that when I first heard that.
Indeed, yeah. But did that for a number of years. But he's done all sorts of other stuff over at Anglesey, and including helping out with the RNLI and various things like that. But we've never got together again because of our lack of proximity. So today it was really good to see him, and sort of catch up with old times and say hello. So,
but he did a naughty thing, didn't he?
He did.
With his mask and tape. You tell everyone what happened.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We thought it was a joke at first.
We did, and he was quite serious, wasn't he?
He was.
The XV490 is an aeroplane that was my aeroplane in Germany when I was on the squadron, and I was crewed with a chap called Tony Wheeler. And when Mike Davey, who owns the aeroplane, found out that we'd been crewed together, he repainted the aeroplane in the old scheme that it wore on 92 Squadron back in the day when it was our aeroplane. So our little name plaque is on the front, Flight Lieutenant Wheeler, Flight Lieutenant Gledhill at the time. And sure enough, it's right in shot whenever you take any pictures next to the cockpit. And Keebs got a little bit miffed about that and decided he didn't want Tony Wheeler to be in his shot. So he got a bit of bodge tape out and just masked it over. So, Tony, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You came down with all your flight gear, and you brought your helmets, which is cool as well, and you got some nice publicity shots. But who was the guy who took it again? Was it Craig?
Craig Sluman.
Yeah, Sluman, yeah.
Craig is big on social media, but he's also a very talented photographer. And more importantly, he helps me out on the Tornado F3 simulator. He's one of our team of volunteers. So Craig was good enough to come along today and take some shots on the day that hopefully we can get out on social media and let everybody see what was going on.
Yeah, definitely.
So
what about on the book? Tell us a bit about it, because obviously it's people are gonna watch this and want to know where to get it from, what's it about. So what's it about?
Good gin, by the way.
It's nice, isn't it?
We decided between us, and I think chatting to Phil today, we'd sort of both had the same idea that it would be really good to look at training a crew onto the Phantom, from what did you think about at school? What were you, where did you start from? How did you get to join the Air Force and then get through training and all the pitfalls of going through training, right the way through the operational conversion unit onto the squadron. And we both looked at it and thought, well, is there a book in it in isolation? And I think we'd probably both concluded that there wasn't. But by getting together, Keebs was able to tell the pilot's story, and I was able to tell the navigator's story, and that made it a much more rounded book. So we literally did, what were you doing as a kid, standing gawking at the airport boundary, watching airplanes go by, and air training corps, and all the way through. How did you get through selection? The basic training, then advanced training, and each bit is part of the chapters of the book. And I think we both have very different styles. Keebs is he's got a great sense of humour, and he's quite irreverent for a vicar, but he's great fun to work with. Yeah, he's got this style that is just amusing and. Gets close to the bone at times, which I'm a little bit cautious of, but great style. Whereas I'm a little bit more serious, maybe, and a little bit more technical in certain areas and what have you. But as to put the two together, I think it works. And
yeah, definitely.
So great fun.